Live from the Business RadioX studio inside Renaissance Bank, the bank that specializes in understanding you. It's time for North Fulton Business Radio.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of North Fulton Business Radio. I'm John Ray, and folks, we are broadcasting, as we usually are, from inside Renaissance Bank in beautiful Alpharetta. And if you are looking for a different kind of experience at your bank, if you're a small business and you need a little more personal service than you're getting from that big mega bank that you're working with now, I would suggest you try Renaissance. Here's what I have heard from those folks that do business with Renaissance, is that Renaissance is big enough to handle pretty much any need that you can throw at them as a small business, but they're small enough to deliver their services in a personal way. And if that's the kind of banking experience you want for your business, go to renaissancebank.com and find one of their local offices and be in touch. And I think you'll be glad you did. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, member FDIC. And now I want to welcome Alejandra Torchia. Alejandra is with Equifax, and she is also the subject of our conversation today. She is a IAmRemarkable Gold Facilitator. Alejandra, welcome.
Hey, Sean, thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you.
Thank you for this invitation. It's a great opportunity to promote good things for people.
Yes, absolutely. Before we get into the details of that work, let's explain what you're up to. How are you serving folks out there?
Okay, I would like to start talking about my family. We moved from Buenos Aires, Argentina 7 years ago with the whole family and a dog. And
a dog?
Yes, of
course. Oh, wow.
Yeah. And following a big opportunity for our children and for us as well, right? And you can imagine what that means when you are letting everything, my family, my friends, my house, my history.
Yes.
And we started from scratch here.
Wow.
And we found very good people, very great and lovely people that integrated us. And because of that, we are where we are right now. So we will be citizens just in a couple of months.
Oh, congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
That's
Thank
wonderful.
you. Yeah.
What a journey you've been on.
Yeah, excellent. And from my work, I am a senior VP in technology in Equifax. I have been working a long time with the company. And because of that, I was leading the ERG in technology. I was the chair. We contacted with Google to be facilitators for IAmRemarkable. This is how we started. And today I am a Gold Facilitator, which means that I train many people in that subject.
So explain what IAmRemarkable is.
Yeah, IAmRemarkable is an initiative from Google. It was initiated to help people to recognize their achievements and say the achievements in a loud voice. So the program initially started just for women, but now it's open for all people in order for them to recognize achievements and also the uniqueness that they have.
So I can see how you come from an environment, your experience being a woman in technology, where the idea of, first of all, there are not a lot of women in technology, right? And partly because of that, you have issues of self-confidence and belonging, right? Lack of belonging sometimes, right? Talk about that.
Yeah, because the culture is something so important. Your family, all the environment where you grew up, right? But if inclusive in the same culture, you can find the same issue, right? Why? And I have been listening a lot of people, and I found repeated times the same issue. Lack of confidence to speak up, lack of confidence to believe on who you are. And many people were believing that they don't need to say it in a loud voice, the remarkable or their achievements. Why? Because they think that others will recognize their achievements.
Right.
And this happened to me. And
say more about that.
Yeah. Why?
Talk about that.
Because this happened to me because in my journey, being a woman in technology,
right.
I am a natural leader. I have strong convictions and values. But my belief was, John will recognize my work. I don't need to say the fantastic things that I'm doing. And I was totally wrong. Because you don't know. No one knows what you are doing.
Right.
And additionally, the talent that you have, everyone has a talent. If I ask you, what's your talent, right? And you have to recognize that talent and say that in a loud voice in order for others to say, yes, that's right, she's correct. And this came to my career late, right? This is why I want to help people in their early career stages, to help them that they need to be aware about all the things that are around that topic.
Yeah, sometimes we see people and we think that they must know of their achievements. They must know of what they're capable of and their talents, and that we don't have to do a lot of celebrating of that to pull that out. But you're saying that's not right, that there are like women in the workplace, for example, in technology, that they need to be encouraged to talk about what their talents are, and let's not just assume that.
Yeah, and there are many bias behind this thing, right? Because for men, it's more easy. And if you compare a man and a woman in a search job situation, the man is checking everything, saying, I'm wonderful. The women, we don't do that, right? We want to be perfect. So this is why many times people are talking about the imposter syndrome or many different categorization of people.
Right.
But there is an unconscious bias that we need to understand and change. It's not only your personal situation, it's also the environment, because there is a perception that women have to be modest, right? And inclusive, there was a woman that she ran a search 20 years ago to understand how women were recognizing their achievements. And that study confirmed that women are not recognizing their achievements so much because they are not feeling confident with the environment. The environment expects that women have to be modest, not talking well.
Right.
10 years later, she repeated the same study and nothing changed. So what this implies is that this is not just my move, my daughter move, and I'm talking about gender, right? But there are many different things, race, age, language barrier. So there could be many different topics, but we need to do the individual work, but also something in the environment in order to be in a more equal world.
Let's talk about the benefits of doing this. What's at stake, right? Why, how does celebrating someone's achievements, this may seem like an obvious question, but sometimes you have to ask obvious questions, right? How does celebrating someone's achievements, what does that bring out in them that makes your company better?
Yeah, in a company, this is something that it can be manifested in different layers, right? So one is between peers. Assume that you are saying, I am remarkable because I did a great session today with Alejandra. We were speaking about this, and someone, you are doing this in the networks, right? And someone is linking and saying, Sean, you are always great. So that's one way to recognize. You are recognizing. I am recognizing also when I'm checking in the network, right? Because it's important, not only, again, the individual, but also the community. In the work with your boss. My boss, I am preparing my mid-year and end-year evaluation providing detailed information about each of the objectives that I have, and promoting a visual thing using colors, right? And then during the conversation, we are not talking about that achievement. We are talking about how I did it more than what I did, right? The what I did is perfectly written in my evaluation. So there could be many things. Town halls, okay? A town hall meeting where we are recognizing people doing great things from a technical point of view, people being role models to imitate. Because when you are recognizing, you are not only recognizing the person and the achievement, you are also recognizing what is important for you as leader. This is why you are giving others also. So for people that can read, a recognition means many things. And it's a lot of information and a lot of good things happening around.
Folks, we're here chatting with Alejandra Torchia. And Alejandra she's a senior vice president of technology at Equifax, but she's also an IAmRemarkable Gold Facilitator, and that's what we're chatting about today. So let's talk about IAmRemarkable, how that works.
As of March this year, IAmRemarkable has 600K people that were trained in workshops, participating in 1,300 organizations and in 180 countries, right?
Wow, this is big.
It's big. And imagine this started as something internal from Google, okay? Google is a big company, good company, new company that is empowering people to create a diverse environment. They have a specific time allocated to work in these initiatives. And this is how they started. And then they recognize the opportunity to work with their customers, right?
Yeah.
And this is why this program is working so well. But I am a goal facilitator, which means that I train a lot of people, and that's my job, to train more people. This is for free. This is not tied to Equifax. This is an independent work that I have been doing for Equifax to help people. And
Equifax supports you and encourages you to do this work, which is great.
And you know why? If you are a company, companies recognize that with IAmRemarkable, they are improving the well-being. They are strengthening team cohesion, and also they are fostering allyship and belonging. Allyship, John, is so important. Women alone, we cannot do anything, right?
Right.
This is what my husband, my son, we are talking about these things with my daughter at home, right?
Sure.
So we need more allies that can be looking for an equal world, which is better for everyone because the diversity is better for everyone and in all the business. If you are a participant, if you see 82% of people that participated in IAmRemarkable said that when the workshop is finished, 90 minutes, they...
Just 90 minutes?
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
They are better aware and prepared to start working with themselves because there is a muscle that you need to develop, right? The beginning is hard. It's like the gym. When you are going to the gym, you need to create that muscle. With this recognition, it's the same thing. And then if you are a facilitator, for me, I am inspiring people and I am part of a community that I don't know who they are because everyone is around the world, inspiring people. So there are many benefits to participate as a person, a facilitator of an organization.
Okay, so I want to make sure I'm clear on several of these facts. So the workshop is free.
Yes.
That's a good price for what people get out of it. It's 90 minutes.
Yes.
And how does it work? You are delivering the workshop to who in that company? Who's the audience?
I have been working with the community, the Spanish community, because it's important that you can speak in your language. Because we will be speaking about things that you have inside you, right? Things that may be emotional. So to speak in the language that is your first language is important. I am defining a calendar. People are applying. We don't need to be too much. Between 12 and 15 is enough. The workshop is defining objectives, okay, which the objectives are clear. Number one, you have to develop a muscle to recognize your achievements and then saying them in a loud voice. And also, you need to challenge the environment and the perception that is in the world. So these are the two main objectives.
So when you go into a company and that company is rounding up individuals that they want to have participate in those workshops, who are they getting among their employees to be in your workshop?
Yeah, no, this does not work on that way. The company is not proposing people. People are onboarding. It's something that is voluntarily, right? People are saying, I want to.
Okay, gotcha.
And this is not only for women, because this started in Google for women, but what happened is that quickly they realized that this lack of confidence to speak about achievements is generalized. So this is where they open this training for everyone.
Got it. Okay, so it's not just women necessarily. It's for those that want to advocate for women.
Or those that want to improve the way that they are self-recognizing promotions, right?
Men or women.
Exactly.
Okay, got it.
Exactly.
Got it. Thanks for staying with me on this so I can understand. But one of the things that I would think comes up a lot is that when you have imposter syndrome, self-promotion feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, totally.
Say more about that.
Totally, because, the uncomfortable situation, and I felt this during my career, is, imagine I am from Buenos Aires, where the culture is women are more modest, right? If you are someone saying, I am the best doing this thing, how people will look at you, inclusive women, right? So the uncomfortable thing is not only that you don't have the skill to self-promote yourself, but also that the environment where you are embedded is also punishing you, saying you are not doing what you have to do. The uncomfortable thing is to work with yourself to, number one, be aware. Because if you ask myself today, why I am remarkable, I would say I am remarkable because I decided to come to a different country in a not early stage of my life with my family to start from scratch a new life. And I am successful. So I am giving facts to you, right? I'm not bragging. I am saying things, not bragging, giving data that is making you to confirm that what I'm saying is not something...
Not an opinion.
Exactly.
It's a fact.
Exactly. This is why the awareness and the training are important, because you are saying things that are not opinion. You can say the how. Okay, Alejandra, I understand, but I don't like how you did. But this is a different conversation. Let's recognize the achievement, right?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And what I think I hear you saying is that it's helpful for those that want to advocate for others to hear this and to understand that maybe, for using you as an example, if I can, that just because I understand that you came from Argentina does not mean I understand the culture, right? I may not understand that culture or aware of this culture that exists there that you came from, that women should take a back seat. Yeah. I may not know that, right?
Of course. And in my work, I learn a lot about cultures.
Right.
And not all the cultures are the same. I learned that this country is educating children to be self-everything. And my daughter, when we moved, she started the junior year, and she was debating with people, talking and that's amazing.
Yeah.
However, probably you don't have the confident thing that you need to talk about you. You have the speech because these children were educated in that way, but not all people, inclusive in this country, which is amazing in that particular thing, not all people are prepared to recognize who they are, because what you need to do is, number one thing, look at who you are.
Right.
And know who you are. And understand, okay, what are my talents? Easy to say, not easy to find.
Yeah.
But that's the challenge.
Wow.
Understand the uniqueness that you have.
So I think you've got some things to say about the IAmRemarkable experience. You want to talk more about that?
Yeah. What I learned hosting these workshops, right? Again, we are not speaking up enough, and we need to. And we need, as I said, I was listening again and again in all the workshops, the same problematic, right? The same story coming from different people, irrespective of their age, which is interesting to know. I learned that we are so amazing, but we need to be more confident, right? And we need to recognize that internal power that we have. And talking about women, just women, we are so blessed because we can give birth. That's who we are. So just that thing is putting us in a different situation in front of the natural things in life. We can do so many things. We can work. Why we cannot recognize how remarkable we are? We need to step up, and we need to talk more, and we need to support others to do the same thing, inviting people to speak up and to say what remarkable you are. Yeah.
Wow. Such great work from Alejandra Torchia. Alejandra she's with Equifax, as we mentioned earlier, but she's also an IAmRemarkable Gold Facilitator. Alejandra, this has been great. And I can't imagine there aren't some folks that wouldn't want to be in touch with you to learn more about this program and to get connected. So how can they get in touch with you?
I am in Instagram, Facebook with my name. It's easy to find me, LinkedIn, and my email is aletorchia@yahoo.com.ar. aletorchia@yahoo.com.ar.
And folks, will have links in the show notes for you to be able to find her there. Alejandra Torchia, thank you so much again for coming in.
Thank you, Sean. And I am remarkable. What about you?
I love that. I am remarkable. That's terrific. Thank you so much, Alejandra.
Thank you.
You are remarkable, by the way.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, just a couple of quick things before we let you go for today. Casa Nova Italian restaurant. If you want classic, authentic, traditional, and truly fresh Italian cuisine, check out Casa Nova restaurant. Yes, they're cooked to order with ingredients that come out of their 25-acre garden right behind the restaurant. So you're talking about tomatoes, corn, peppers, zucchini, herbs, everything that goes into their dishes comes from their garden, and it's fantastic and so fresh tasting and wonderful. Go to casaноvarestaurant.com to learn more, find out where they're located. It's pretty easy to find on Highway 9 north of McFarland, and also to check out their menu and make reservations. And remember, they do great catering as well. Also, just a couple quick things before we let you go. I've written a book for those of you that are selling your expertise. If you're a solo or a small professional services firm and you need help with your value, your positioning, your business development, your pricing, this book is written for you. It's called The Generosity Mindset, A Journey to Business Success by Raising Your Confidence, Value, and Prices. Go to thegenerositymindset.com to learn more about the book and to find out where it is sold, which is essentially everywhere. Also, I want to thank you, our listeners. We are coming up on show number 800, and we have only gotten that far because of you. I laugh because I still can't believe we've gotten this far. It's amazing to me, and I'm amazed because we continue to get the support we get, but that's the only reason we're here, because of you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for continuing to share the show and all the different things you do to support us. We appreciate your help to help us live into our mission to be the voice of business in the North Fulton region. So for my guest, Alejandra Torchia, I'm John Ray. Join us next time here on North Fulton Business Radio.